Oh my gosh, come on in, fellow pop culture aficionado.
Or our moms.
Hi, moms. Enjoy us on the couples couch. We saved you a seat.
We're Tanner and KB Cunningham, a married couple who dish out hilarious banter and spark interesting conversation.
From the wild world of reality TV and the furthest reaches of the internet, we're here to unpack it all. So grab a snack, settle in, and let's explore the fascinating intersectional world of pop culture. Welcome back to the Couples Couch podcast.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Well, hello. We're gracing you with multiple episodes today because
Multiple Monday.
last week we only put out 5 total. Today you're getting like 3 in a Monday. Yeah. You're so welcome.
So fortunate, so blessed. It's a great Monday. I know I started the last episode with saying Mondays are dicey. Well, looks like this one's not. Looks like it's a good one. This
one has been a good Monday. We have started, already uploaded recording, got some things out there. And honestly, wanted to go back into some of our stories. Wanted to get back in the flow of things.
Yeah.
So while you're getting multiple episodes, we're also getting ourselves back into the flow.
Right.
And yeah. Do you want me to try and make up a rhyme real quick?
Oh, yeah. Can you do one on the fly? So yes, for this episode, we usually do a rhyme of the day whenever we do our stories. So if you're new here, hi, welcome. We're so happy to have you. Typically release 2 episodes a day. The first one's usually like what we watched last night along with what we did last night. And then the second one is usually rhyme of the day, which is like stories. So yeah, if you feel confident, I feel very confident in your abilities to come up with a fly rhyme of the day. The fly.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try. And then if it like happens, it happens.
Love.
Okay.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
That's true.
Yeah, let's do it.
So Oprah takes on weight loss TV, and Bob Iger jumps to meet TT.
Okay, I love it. It left an air of mystery because people are going to be like, who's TT? So no, I love it. I think it's perfect. Great job.
Thank you.
Great job, love.
Yeah. So do you want to, okay, so to get into this first story, we can talk a little bit about us like reeling in our consumption first. So as you know, if you've been listening, which I think you have, hi moms, hi Cass. We have been out and about in LA, which means we were not cooking at home, which means we were out exploring and eating some of the most delicious food. And when I tell you we had Thai food about 3 times last week, we had Thai food 3 times last week.
Yeah, that was
Did we order multiple things and just split large plates? Absolutely.
100%.
We're a family style. We eat family style even though we're just a couple.
Well, we're a family.
We're a family.
We're a family of 2.
We're a family of 2.
Eat like a family of 4.
And that's why we're back home trying to reel in our overconsumption.
Truly.
And so we shared earlier that we made the burrito beef tacos, but we also ordered lots of vegetables.
Yes.
Fruit is coming around here in Colorado. It's going to be 53 today, as you heard earlier. So yeah, we've been reeling in our own consumption in food. And, just like the sodium that goes in your body.
Wow, the sodium.
There's so much sodium. Just give your body like 3 days after getting back the sodium. Honestly, we drank more than we usually do. I had glasses of wine last week on like basically an empty stomach, and it really sent me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Truly. And the sodium and like the travel and like, so it's nice to not consume as much. I saw it's so chuggy and so funny, but it's not funny, it's true. I saw this Instagram, like what do they call those? Like inspirational kind of quotes.
Oh yeah.
But it was like geared towards creators, and like it said several things, but one of them was create more than you consume. So I'm going to take that one to heart this week.
Yes, we're going to create more than we consume this week, which is why you've already this is your 3rd episode of the day.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Well done. I'll be having some oatmeal in a little bit. That type of consumption instead of a pastry from the
delicious pastry from the cafe downstairs.
Yeah, it really packs on the pounds instead of picking up the pace.
We got to pick up the pace to unpack the pounds.
Yeah, we're going to pick up the pace to unpack the pounds because you know what? We do believe in eating like a well-balanced diet. Definitely. And like, obviously we'll jump into weight in a second because that's where I'm gearing towards this conversation.
That's where we're headed.
And like, I think there's time and place. I think there's also like, you can like count all your things, or you can just try and eat intuitively. We try to eat intuitively and like within reason, within regions.
Yeah, if we're in a different region, I'm on vacation, so I won't be eating intuitively.
We within region when we're on vacation, aka we're gonna eat everything and have a blast.
Yep.
And now we're eating within reason at home.
That's right.
Yeah.
Love
and
it.
Just like doing our nice balanced basics. Plus springtime's coming, and I just like to feel good.
No, summer's coming up quick.
Summer's coming quick, and I like to go on my little walks, so I'm gonna keep doing my walks.
Yeah.
Eating vegetables. And honestly, tacos. We're having burrito beef tacos this week. Right now. We have lots of other things on the menu, but that's for the next 2 nights because honestly, it makes really good leftovers.
Yeah, it's so much better the second day.
And we're kind of creatures of habit.
True.
We like our habits, we like our routines, and we like to know how to do things. So, say all that. People are also trying to bring in new habits because Oprah is bringing us a special on weight loss, and I'm sure this is coming straight. Well, I know it's coming straight from her partnership with Weight Watchers, as she is one of like the key founders.
Sure.
Well, not she's not a founder. That's false.
She like bought into the company.
She's bought in. I think she's like a big donator, and also she's reaping the benefits.
Yeah.
But she's gonna talk about. I think it's weight, shame, and it should be called the weight loss game.
Right.
Or fame, shame, and the weight loss game. But it should be called the weight loss game. But hers is called the weight loss revolution. She's trying to give us it is political. Weight's political, sadly. It is.
People politicized, like, yeah.
Because people like you more when you look a certain way.
Right, for sure. Well, and even thinking about like the capital of like weight loss drugs and things that brings, like, politically, they have people that are out there, what do they call that? Not knocking on doors, but like they're legislative people that are, what is that called?
Like
lobbyists for like these certain drugs and different things. So yeah, of course it is always political. Like everything is political.
No, I agree. I do think it is political in some ways. I think it's also like physically in some ways, but also medical in so many ways. I know so many people have had a hard time losing weight without the help of medication, and unless you've experienced that and lived that type of life, then like I don't think you get to comment.
True.
I don't think you get to comment. I think it's really hard to comment on something that your privilege doesn't allow for. I've seen some people, like I'll just go for it. I've always been like a bigger girl.
Yeah.
Like from the size, from the age of like, I don't know. I remember being a kid. I talked earlier about like not being able to get like the Mary Kate and Ashley clothes because like they were like plus size. And they didn't have plus size. Right. And like I was, as an adult, I like reframed a lot of like my eating habits and learning. And like definitely I've been like much healthier as an adult and learned things. I've gone to different extremes, I feel like, as an adult. And like unless you've dealt with it, like honestly, look up the research, talk to a doctor, and like hold your opinion for somebody who like isn't experiencing that, because it is its own privilege. Skinny privilege is a privilege.
Oh yeah, for sure. And as someone who's been skinny most of their life, probably true. But I'm a man, so it's different.
It's different for men. Yeah. Actually, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, honestly, I should give that hot take. Like as a man, like from your perspective, like thinking like from the lens of a woman, like that sounds great that I've been skinny my whole life, right? I've never really had to worry about what I eat, anything like that. But I've actually had people like comment, make fun of like just my body in general as a man, because like that's not what is expected for you to look like as a man.
Yeah, you're supposed to be bigger, you're supposed to be beefier, or like once you hit that age, like I know people that have been like, why does she not feed you?
Yeah, whenever we go home, like we'll have like old Southern people, like usually men or women, women both, honestly, they're like, you're so skinny, do you not eat? Does she not feed you? And I'm like, no, she feeds me like 3 meals a day. I eat plenty.
She feeds me, but also the like whole like misogyny in that.
Yeah.
Of like, does she not feed you? Like you can't pick up your own fork, and that like I am required to cook for you.
Well, you do chew up my food and spit it into my mouth. Like,
when's the last time? I know. That's basically all we do is like.
Obviously, I'm kidding.
Baby bird each other and like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically it. No, kidding. Obviously, if you didn't pick up that, then like
sorry if that made me
nosh.
Yeah. That was a little bit nauseating. But yeah, anyways, so yeah, it is interesting to have like 2 points of view on it. But yeah, I think Oprah is a good person to speak about it, because she's obviously a celebrity who has struggled with their weight very publicly throughout their entire career. And so
people like you more when you're thin. Google it. Google it. What actresses? Think about it. Actually, just take an inventory right now in your mind.
Okay.
Like listeners too. Think about some of your favorite people. Think about how you've complimented them based on the change of their appearance. Think about how you have had conversations with them based on the change of their appearance. Think about all those things and like take that into account as you're commenting on people, because like honestly, it's a mess. So I'm excited to hear about Oprah's special. It comes out tonight on ABC. We might watch it. Like we might fast forward through it.
Right.
We need to get it queued up on the recording so we can fast forward through like the exciting parts. But yeah, I just want to watch it to see what she's going to say and how she's going to talk about it.
I know. I have a wondering too if people will be receptive to this and like this version of Oprah, only because she now has everything.
Uh-huh.
Like it's fun, and I think that we as a general like to root for an underdog, or like
Uh-huh.
can relate, have something to relate to, like it feels authentic to us, it feels
Uh-huh.
honest. And like she's being authentic and honest to herself, and so I think
Uh-huh.
people can see that and relate to it. But I
Right.
wonder, like, now that she's like one of the richest women in the world,
Uh-huh.
she's like this media mogul, she is now a skinny lady, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, will that change people's like perception and love for Oprah? I don't think so, but I'm just kind of
I
curious.
don't think it should.
No,
And
obviously
we've seen
not.
her fluctuate really strong before. Do you remember getting the O magazine? We never got it, but I
I
always
never got
loved
it, but I
looking
always
at it
saw it.
at the
Right.
grocery store. And we
Yes.
saw her fluctuate on there. And honestly, I just hope she's happy and she can live a long, healthy life.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, we all put Oprah on blast when she donated like very minimal to like the Maui place because she lives in Maui, owns up so much of the
Right.
land. That's a different story. Now that's where I'd like to talk about Oprah and like giving back, because then you have
Sure.
this percent because what she
You have
actually gave.
2,000 acres.
Uh-huh. You know, like what does that mean, especially for people's like homeland? And like
Yeah,
honestly, I think about that all the time in Colorado because this used to be somebody else's
for
homeland.
sure. Or
And
even
like
like we were in LA
we
last
were in
week,
LA
and like
and how
that
like
was
we were like,
not ours.
yeah,
Yeah.
not ours either.
Yeah.
Also taken in Mexico. I don't know how that all happened. I don't like history, like is not my best subject, and I'm constantly like trying to look up and like piece together the dots of like what were we like taught,
Right.
and like what's out there, and like really what's factual and like historic knowledge. And so
Totally.
like that's something that like we're always doing. And so
Yeah.
I mean, I knew that obviously that land wasn't like
Ours.
American
Or
land.
I was
America
about
was
to say
like
ours,
made.
yes, obviously.
However, that is, yeah, it's just something to think about,
Something to ponder on.
something to ponder on.
Oh,
Speaking of pondering,
literally.
Scott doesn't look good.
Scott Disick, yeah. We saw pictures of him emerge over the weekend.
Also, drastic weight loss.
Very drastic weight loss, which he had also been heavier. Like I read the
Mm-hmm.
article, and I
Yeah.
did remember him being a bit heavier.
Mm-hmm. In the most
Kind of.
recent years, especially after that car accident.
Right,
And like
exactly. That's what I was
honestly,
gonna
I
say.
don't know what getting sober,
Could do to your body. Yeah.
yeah, like your body's been on so many stimulants and so many different like uppers, downers, relaxants. Like it would be fascinating to like open
Studying his
up.
brain and for science.
Yeah, studies are for science, but if I'm just like literally thinking about like human labs, so that's like horrible to think about. But just to like see like if there was like a way, and like the science center. Do you remember the Nashville Science Center?
The Nashville Science
Do you
Center?
remember the Science Center in Nashville? Adventure Science Center?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, we used to go there all the
Yeah.
time, and they have like these like light up exhibits. Like they should do that of like this is what like how your body like lights up when you take this, and then like but here's
This
the
is your brain on
aftermath.
drugs.
No, truly, truly.
That is so funny, yes.
Yeah, and like he was on like hard things. So
Totally.
I don't know if his weight loss was like for getting help and he's all like he's gonna be on the Oprah special, or honestly he doesn't look well to me, and
He
like
does
I
not
hope
look well.
I hope he gets well, because you know what, he has 3 kids.
Well, I was gonna say, even he does have 3 kids, and that's such a good point, and like a great reason to get it together.
Mm-hmm.
And I think too, I know he's talked about his struggles with sleeping and
Mm-hmm.
things on the Kardashians
Yeah,
previously. He looks so tired, like his eyes,
they're just so
they're
sunken
so
in.
sunken in, and I don't know if it's from sleep, substances, other things allegedly. I don't
Right,
know,
I
but
don't know.
it doesn't look great, and
Mm-hmm.
the
And I don't.
Kardashians have to step in, I think.
But yeah, hopefully they will
I
step in.
think
And
they have
honestly,
to.
like I hope their connection with doctors and access like can help him,
Can figure it out for him.
because I don't know. Like he looks sick. I don't want to speak over anybody's health like that because
Sure.
I believe our words have power. But he
Yeah.
looks sick, and so
He
like I won't
doesn't
go
look
into the
well.
details
Yeah.
of it. But yeah, he has like he showed up outside on a drastic weight loss, and then he's doing like a lot of calls like with his sunglasses on. I'm sure he's nervous about like
His eyes.
his eyes. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like how self conscious do you get like about
Right.
things like that? I get self conscious like this is so like just surface level, but like when I couldn't get my hair to curl correctly, and it was just like
Right. No,
wild.
totally.
And I was like going through that whole thing last year where I would just had to straighten my hair all the time,
Hmm.
and like it breaking off. Like I can't imagine like the other piece. I've also felt like super in control of my body. Actually,
Right.
like the first year we were married, I felt like I had zero control of like what my body was doing and like
Definitely.
everything. Just turning 30 like really like hit me hard, I guess.
Hit
I
you
don't
hard.
know.
Well, and speaking of Scott, I do have a very hot take for you all.
Okay, give it to me, sizzle.
Sizzling. You cannot tell me that young Scott Disick is not an identical doppelganger to Timothée Chalamet.
Him and
They're twins.
they're
Brothers,
so
cousins.
similar. And actually we had this conversation the other day of they do look so much alike. And actually like it's like so much all in the family, and like we were talking about like the family like history repeating itself, and like Kylie, who she was with,
similar to
Courtney, who she's with, and Kylie's always like, I'm like Cam, and I'm like, but are you?
Right.
Kylie was with Travis Scott, Scott Disick.
Right.
Same names.
Same names.
Same names. Same names.
Exact same names.
Both like trying to have brands fully. I think Travis's is a lot more successful with Cactus Jack. Scott has Talentless.
Right.
Either way, they're all trying to like mogul out. They both have, Courtney has 3 kids with Scott. Kylie has 2 kids with Scott. Sadly, neither one of them together, probably for the better of both of them. But, you know, hopefully they're co-parenting well. And now Kylie's with somebody that's reminds me so much of young Scott. Maybe like, the Timothy, he has like a lot better PR and all of that than Scott at that time. But like, honestly, like a big bunch of goofs that seemed like they left the party, but a bunch of just goofs.
Yeah. And speaking of sisters like stealing sisters' ideas, don't you think that Kim is trying to take a page out of the Taylor Swift book and date this ODJ? I haven't even really wanted to speak about it here. I don't even know how you say it. OBJ?
ODJ. OBJ. Odell Beckham Jr. It's OBJ.
Yeah, OBJ. I think I got that wrong. OBJ, yeah. And I even saw, I think you maybe sent me the article that he's allegedly trying to move to the Chiefs.
Yes. Okay. So I think I sent you screenshots. I just started screenshotting my TikToks to Tanner that like I'm keeping up on.
Yeah.
But like OBJ, not to be confused with the OBGYN.
Truly.
OBJ.
Yeah.
OBJ, because that's what I was thinking about the whole time was OBGYN, OBGYN, OBGYN.
No, that's not right. Yeah.
That's not correct. Going there at the end of the month. OBJ is wanting to supposedly get on the Chiefs, and that would honestly just be a bad money move for the Chiefs right now with the TT like all up in the Chiefs, Taylor and Travis.
Right. And if Kim and Taylor have to show up to the same football games, that's going to be a mess.
Baby, let the games begin.
Yeah,
is that the matchup we've been waiting for? Is this all the surprise? Please, I'm just kidding.
Is this the NFL working super hard to like secure their next football season?
I just can't see Kimberly there though. Not like how Taylor's there.
Hey, if she's dating this man like they want us to believe she is, she's going to be there. What do you mean? Kim is a ride or die like that for her people. Like, she was always at Kanye's concerts. Like, she's going to be there.
That's true.
She was at SNL with Pete. Like, I just can't even begin to imagine her not be there.
That is true. And
she likes the spotlight. Cameras. Are you kidding?
She does. And I think about Taylor, like, I'll give you, like, my brain, and then, like, I'll tell you, like, how I think I was wrong, because, you know, I'm constantly reflecting. But
okay to be wrong.
It's okay to be wrong. Like, truly, I was wrong like last week multiple times, and I had to apologize. And like, you know what?
About the whole Taylor dropping something. That's right.
Yeah, Taylor. Guess what? Taylor ended up not filming.
You were supposed to eat crow on that episode, didn't
you? March 15th. I'm eating crow right now. Taylor did not drop anything special on March 15th. She was just supposedly nesting and loved up with Travis. I call BS. He was at the Justin Timberlake concert, which was like LOL weird.
Awkward.
Supposedly she likes Justin Timberlake. I used to like Justin Timberlake too. He was one of my first crushes. Moments passed.
Well, I don't need to see shirtless pictures of him.
From his wife.
Well,
I don't need to see it either.
It was like some PR thing that they did, and I was just like...
Well, from his wife, I think was a PR thing too.
Although I did see Lenny Kravitz shirtless too, and I had respect for that because that man is 60 and he's a rock star.
Well, he's Lenny Kravitz. Yeah, he just is like, he is cool.
No, he's so cool.
Like, you know how Taylor says you have the currency of cool? Lenny Kravitz is the currency of cool.
About Zoe Kravitz.
That would make sense.
Yeah, I agree.
You went to a party. Except they still talk, and she gave her birthday cake, and then she gave her birthday cake. So maybe they had each other's birthday cake.
I think she could just use a line in a song about a specific person.
Yeah.
Zoe Kravitz is so cool too. She definitely got the sauce from her parents.
I know. Shout out
to her parents. But yes,
Lisa Bonet and
Lenny Kravitz, chef's kiss.
Yeah.
I'm sad they're not together still.
I know, they're both stunning. Honestly, the universe doesn't deserve it because we already have Zoe.
No, you're right. The universe blessed us with Zoe, and they said that's enough. We can't do any more than that.
She needs to rest.
She's got to rest.
Just like Rihanna needs to rest.
Put her on a boat.
Yeah, let Lisa Bonet rest.
Put Lisa on a boat
and let her rest.
I agree.
Give her what she wants and let her just be free.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah, I don't know where we were going with all that.
Scott Disick, yeah, I don't know. We really went down quite the rabbit hole. What were we talking
Well,
about?
we were just talking about Taylor at the end. Oh, we were
Oh,
talking about Timothy, really.
No, we were actually talking about Justin Timberlake
Justin Timberlake.
and then being loved up and all of that. So did you
Yes.
finish all your thoughts about Taylor?
I have a story about Taylor.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so my story about Taylor is that Bob Iger, which is like the CEO of Disney Plus, I believe.
Yeah, he is.
I don't know if he's just the CEO of Disney. I think it's Disney Plus. I'm guessing they would have different.
Okay,
CEOs.
and whenever you say this, man, if you don't know him, think of Tom Cruise, because that's who I like purport himself to be in my brain. Like, he reminds me so much of Tom Cruise. So if you want a character to think of as you're listening to this story, Bob Iger, aka Tom Cruise. Okay, go.
When you say Tom Cruise, it makes me think of Easy A. When she was like something about a higher power, and she went, "Oh my God, Tom Cruise."
Literally.
Yeah, no, that's basically how big this man feels. You know, Taylor was paid $75 million in streaming rights for the Eras Tour movie on Disney.
I did see that.
I would say, like, get your bag. And that's actually what I was going to talk about between Kansas. Okay, taking it back.
We're back.
Back it up
We're
3
back.
minutes. Back it up 3 minutes. Is that Kim being at the games versus Taylor being at the games just feels different because, and if you just heard Brooks, you're welcome. He's growling and pissed.
Not growling. He was moaning.
He's moaning because I'm speaking loud.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't really growl.
Yeah.
Taylor's work feels so consolidated into music, and everything about her music trickles out into everything else that affects.
Right.
The way she markets is like very different of like, she is a singular marketing and she uses that to launch as many other forms of creativity.
Yes.
Kim launches 75 things at once.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know who, like what Kim's like truest form is.
Like Kim.
Like the Skims commercial was like perfect.
Yeah. It was very robotic, like alien vibes.
Alien. Kim. It was very meta too, of like, because Kim, the Kardashian family has technically set a generation up, especially millennials. Gen Zers are a lot different. I think, I don't know, I'm not one. I'll ask Cass. Let us know.
Report back.
But she has created herself as the model.
Right. Agreed.
And so it was super meta. And honestly, like if we get into it, that it's like super, just like how she shaped the culture. It's wild. But her brand is just herself.
Yeah.
And the brand goes 17 different places. And that's where I'm like, I don't know if she can even be there because she's always doing something. And that's what we see on the show, is that she's always somewhere else. But I know there's also so much that we don't see and like how that's staggered. And so I'm just wondering how that it's like all going to play out. And are they already planning for that for their next season of the Kardashians, of filming and trying to get to the games? And will we see pieces of that if, for some reason, they take on OBJ?
But do you think if he goes to the Chiefs, if OBJ goes to the Chiefs, plays for the Chiefs, do you see a world where Kim Kardashian and Taylor are there together at the same game?
They could definitely be together at the same game. It just happened at the Super Bowl. I don't think that they would be sharing suites. I don't think they'll be having conversations.
No.
She still named her. And honestly, like, has this been like talks for a hot minute? Because she named her in the Time article in December. And she said, let's not forget who Kim Kardashian is, basically, is what she said. And so has she known this plotting and scheming's been happening? And she's like saying, like, it's me or her? Maybe.
Well,
she's a mastermind.
She is a mastermind, but the NFL has been fawning over her. They've been giving her bags. They've been giving her suites. They've been doing all kinds of things for her, giving her planes, not planes, but, spots on planes, allegedly, all kinds of things. Like, they've been fawning over her, as they should, because she's brought in so much money, so many eyes, so much viewership. And I just don't know that Kim would bring the same level of viewership. Because I don't think her fans are as ride or die. Because if I'm a Kim Kardashian fan and she starts dating a football player, like, I didn't care when she did it with Reggie Bush.
I didn't care.
I didn't start watching the Saints. No offense to the Saints, but like, I just didn't. So I just don't know that her fandom is as strong to like cross that threshold of sports.
I think we buy what Kim sells.
Sure.
I think with Taylor, and now I'm like crossing my analogies almost, but we buy her. And her music is the brand, but she's the brand too. And like, her fans are so loyal in that, of like, they want to see her, they want to do this. Can we buy Kim? We want to buy what she's selling. We want to look like her. We want to model over that her.
Right.
So no, I don't think she'll get the same amount of money.
Yeah, agreed.
I don't know if she could bring in the same amount of talent. And we already have access to Kim through a TV show.
True. Where we don't have that. We're kind of getting that through the NFL with Taylor.
Yeah, that is like our
access point.
We didn't watch the Super Bowl except for to see like what she was going to show up in.
Yeah.
I think Blake Lively looked amazing.
Blake Lively looked, in our opinion, better at the Super Bowl. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But going back to that, so bringing it all back, Taylor, apparently Bob Iger.
Yes.
This was the TNT part.
Bob Iger, aka Tom Cruise. Yes.
AKA Tom Cruise jumped up to meet Taylor and Travis at they were at a restaurant, and he saw them come in, and he like jumped up to like and ran
on
over
his chair, just like
basically, and he's like, Taylor. Just kidding. I don't know how he talks, but that's just like how I imagined
that's
it.
That's how you figured, yeah.
Right. Come here, you big old money making machine.
Yeah, truly.
Give me kisses.
Give me kisses. Give Daddy Bob a kiss.
Oh, hopefully not. Not in today's age.
Not in today's post Me Too movement. Surely not.
Well, you know, the world still spins, but hopefully not.
Facts.
Honestly, she's the reason like he can be a CEO. No, the talent is the reason people can be CEOs half the time, I feel like. So, especially in that world. Like media is the world, and it's a symbiotic relationship. You need both. You can't have one without the other.
Yeah.
And I think it's cool that like they met and talked. I'll say, since he was the thing of Disney Plus, go back to, I shared that they were supposed to be filming it at the Hollywood sign. There were so many injunctions put in that she wasn't even able to film.
Oh wow.
And she's been supposedly nesting with Travis.
Her $25 million Beverly Hills mansion.
Casual.
Yeah. Travis is one of the luckiest people in life.
Yeah, talk about a meal ticket.
No, that's literally what I was thinking. She has gotten this man so much work since even being in his presence.
Wow. She's working harder than Kris Jenner.
Yeah, truly.
They say Kris Jenner works hard, but
Taylor Swift works harder.
Taylor's team works harder. Yeah.
Truly. Should we give the people a Kate update?
Let's talk about our Kate update.
A Kate update. So over the weekend, we read that she was seen in a shop in London, like in near Windsor. She was seen out by locals at a shop. Now they have a rule where they don't take photos while they're like in their town, which I think is really sweet.
Yeah.
Like it's nice that they get to have like a sense of normalcy.
Normalcy? Yeah.
Sure. And so
especially when those people are paying all of your bills.
Right, exactly. Since you're taking all of their tax money for your own purposes, or whatever.
To live your life and be a figurehead.
Yeah, I think that's really sweet that they don't take your photos.
I know. They're already giving you everything, and they're like, here's our money, and we won't take your photos.
And we'll give you privacy and respect. Americans would never. Frankly, if we were giving our money, our tax-paying dollars to like a figurehead, we would be taking photos. We would have like a live cam attached to them at all times.
No.
So it's very different, obviously. But she was seen out after apparently going to see her kids play some games. Some,
do you believe
sports ball games. I don't. And there have been articles come out saying that it's honestly just going to add fuel to the fire because it's just speculation to the palatial fires. Yes. That it's just so suspect because if she's well enough to be seen out by members of the public, why do we not have an update on her health?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Why don't we have an update on her health? Also, BBC, we're going to actually set our alerts, but they're supposed to be dropping something within like the next 24 to 48 hours about like what's happening in there.
Is that supposed to be from the palace though?
It's supposed to be from the palace.
Okay. So I did also see this on the Daily Mail too.
Okay. Let me know what you're thinking.
Well, that it's probably not going to be much, frankly.
Well, honestly.
And they're just trying to get over some of these wild accusations.
Yeah, I heard it wasn't going to be much, or it was going to be that Charles has abdicated because his health has declined so far, and that honestly William's going to take over.
Okay, but if William takes over, I need to know what's happening with Kate.
Kate will come out of hiding. She will put a force.
She was saying the graduation song.
I know, and
he graduated to King.
He graduated. William's finally going to take a job.
It's about time.
Yeah, it's about damn time. Yeah. In a minute, I'm gonna need Kate to show up and pump me up. Literally. That's literally what's gonna happen.
Truly.
Kate's gonna go hide your mistress, figure it out, put that paternity test on somebody else, and I'm showing up and I'm being your royal highness.
Wow.
Kate has worked this for her whole life. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just Google Rose Hanbury. There's this whole side conspiracy theory. Conspiracy, I don't know.
Alleged.
It's all alleged that like he has been with Rose Hanbury for like a hot minute off and on, and Kate has been working to be queen her whole life. And you know what? Kate said she was going to get hers, and so Kate's in hiding right now, and she's forcing William to make a choice.
I did like this theory that you had that yes, she is going to play her hand. She's going to not be seen by the public. She's going to release like sketchy images to the press that she knows are going to be recalled. It's going to add more fuel to the fire. It's going to make William fall in line, and honestly, it would be best for him to.
Yeah.
And I think that Charles should agree with Kate. Not Charles. Is that Charles the new king? Charles should be like, yes, like I've also done this. You don't
sausage
need
fingers.
Oh, sausage fingies himself. You don't need to do this. If you want to be the king, give up your mistress, go home to your wife, and be the king.
Make a choice.
Yeah, make a choice.
Because it killed your mother.
Killed your mother. Truly.
It did.
It did. No,
the throne absolutely did, or the firm, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I say all that to say I think Kate's hiding out and play her game. I think she did something bad, and why does it feel so good? She's pulling her hand. She said she left. She's leaving before she gets left, and she's holding her cards tight. I think she's holding her cards. I think she will be queen.
Well,
I think she'll be queen in less than a year.
She deserves to be queen.
But
yeah.
I want to be the mighty queen.
Lion King.
Yeah.
But
that's
yeah.
That's my Kate update.
That's the Kate update.
So yeah, honestly. Set your BBC alerts.
For the next 24 to 48 hours, something is supposedly
the big out. British crew is going to let us something know.
The BBC.
Yeah, I don't know what that actually stands for.
British Broadcasting Channel, I think, or something.
Yeah, like company.
That.
Yeah, I call them the big British crew.
I don't know.
Yeah, set up your alerts for the big British crew. They're going to let you know what's happening. And yeah, we're going to find out soon, and then we'll dissect it all. Will we ever know the truth of what happened?
Obviously
Absolutely not.
No, certainly not.
Speculation Nation will be here to stay, but they'll try and cease that. And honestly, it will. It will. Things always move and go past. And honestly,
the media cycle runs so quick. This will be over with in a month.
Yeah. But maybe we should just do like every 6 months, do a recap of like all of our top things that we talked about. And like, this is the rundown of what happened. Keep that idea for later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Well, do you want to tell them later?
Yeah, we'll tell them later.
Okay. Goodbye.
All right. Thank you so much for listening. We hope that you have a great rest of your day. Don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe to the podcast. We are on all platforms. Instagram. What's the other one?
We're on Instagram, TikTok, Spotify. TikTok. You can find us on Audible.
If TikTok's even around still.
Yeah, TikTok's around. We don't know. Ask the BBC. And by later, we mean we'll see you later. Yeah. And we hope to see you also. Please rate our show. Please. And yeah, we will ask. We are not above asking. Talk to you later. Love you. Bye.